At Arizona State University, we're bringing world-class education from our globally acclaimed faculty to you. Earn your degree from the nation's most innovative university. Online. That's a degree better. Learn more at asuonline.asu.edu.
I earned my degree online at Arizona State University. I chose to get my degree at ASU because I knew that I'd get a quality education, they were recognized for excellence, and that I would be prepared for the workforce upon graduating. To be associated with ASU, both as a student and alum, it makes me extremely proud, and having experienced the program, I know now that I'm set up for success. Learn more at asuonline.asu.edu.
This is a Fatal 4 podcast.
All right. Hello there, loyal listeners, and welcome to the one-year anniversary edition of Didn't Get All of It Japan, the place for wrestling news and reviews from all throughout the world of Japanese pro wrestling. I am your host, Kaz Wheeler, and as we celebrate one lap around the sun with this here program, I am joined, as always, by a cadre of characters. First up, he is the Austin Powers to my gold member. It's B-Rob.
It's our anniversary, yeah, and it's you and me. It's our anniversary.
That was beautiful.
It's our anniversary, baby. And this is our special day. Thank you.
Is that a real song?
Yes, Tony Tone.
Huh. Learn something new every show. And along with him, he is the James Bond to my Goldfinger. It's Will Housel.
It's been 1 year since we started podcasting. No, I'm not writing a whole song on that. Sorry.
I got excited for a minute.
B-Rob saw all the glory of singing this week, so I can't do a whole song. Sorry.
That shit, not yesterday. The last episode was a musical episode too, wasn't it?
Yeah, we've gotten very musical lately.
He's very in the musical mood.
Wicked.
Now.
Japan podcast.
We'll see if our fourth host will sing now.
Speaking of fourth hosts, joining us here in this first segment tonight for the first time ever on Didn't Get All of It Japan, celebrating 20 years of podcasting himself, the head honcho of Fatal 4 Podcast, he is the dry martini to my Goldschlager. It's Paul Griffin.
Happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary.
Hey!
All right, Kaz, you suck. You gotta.
I've waited tables before. I could sing.
Kaz didn't sing once. We gotta kick him.
I didn't sing the last episode either. I let you.
Well, go ahead. You got time.
Come
Come on. Give me something.
I don't sing.
It's got to be year based.
Oh, hold on. Is there an anniversary song? Hold on.
Come on, 10 seconds.
While he struggles to figure that out,
Yes.
I'm pretty disappointed that Nick is not here because, as people know, I've never podcasted with him before.
Nope,
Yeah.
never.
And Will.
Now, hang on. There is someone you have podcasted before, though, Paul. Wild Eric Brady is up here.
Am I having a stroke?
Oh, how's it going, Paul?
What the fuck is
Good.
happening?
You ready to host our show?
That's what I'm here for. We're here to host our show that everybody grew up loving. That's right, everybody. Foods I've had before.
That's right. I just had buffalo wings.
You seen those Old Bay goldfish at the store?
Yeah.
Those are pretty good, man. You had those?
No, I walk by them at Publix every time I shop there, though. I should get some.
They're
They're on sale right now.
You could probably also make them yourself if you believe in yourself. It's Old Bay on goldfish, but it's pretty good.
Yeah, but
Can
then I
you
have to
do it
buy
with the power of
goldfish
friendship
and
too?
Old Bay.
So
Buy them combined.
So I hear you guys have been around for a year already.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
He doesn't mean the podcast.
That's what it feels like to podcast. Now you're a real veteran.
It sets in quickly, doesn't it? So who's going to quit the show next?
Did they ask you to host like 5 minutes ago?
No, they asked well in advance.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you do an anniversary.
Let's be
show.
clear. It's not like I prepared or have watched wrestling or did anything else.
You watched wrestling tonight?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay.
Also,
it's on early.
that's not what you guys are going to talk about, is it?
No, we're not.
Probably not.
I was going to say.
No.
You guys talk about New Japan and Noah and Shimmer and Marigold and which other ones are there? DDT?
They lied to you. Noah's on the other show.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, but we're going to talk about that in just a second. But before we get to all that, if you haven't already, like and subscribe to this here show on Apple, Spotify, or YouTube to keep up with all the happenings across the Japanese wrestling landscape. And if you like what we do here and think this is a 5-star podcast, drop us a 5-star review and help us get into the ears of more fans just like you. And if you want to hear more from us or anybody else in the Fatal 4 podcast universe, head on over to fatal4pod.com. That's fatal, F-O-U-R pod.com. And check out our sister shows along with our Patreon, where you can sign up to get access to our exclusive Discord channel where we're talking wrestling, life, and everything else all week long. And get exclusive bonus shows, including our wider look at the world of pro wrestling Didn't Get All of It Japan on excursion. Thanks for listening, and let's start the show.
I will say I had the butterbeer goldfish.
Wait, where do you get those? Like, are those exclusive to Universal?
No, they sell them in like, no, supermarkets have them, but they have like a whole line of like butterbeer crap. There's like butterbeer Hershey Kisses.
Oh, that's some Harry Potter bullshit.
Yeah. Going to the Harry Potter store in New York and thinking it's a supermarket?
No, we don't sell those.
What flavor is butterbeer even? Is it just butter?
It's a butterscotch.
Okay, it's just butterscotch with Harry Potter branding.
Yeah, people love to buy
during Pride Month.
Yeah.
Wow, Will.
I'm betraying him. I'm sorry.
Oh, for butterscotch goldfish too. Setting the bar real low, what you'll sell out for.
He's like that Narnia kid.
To be fair, I bought it before this month.
He's our podcast CM Punk. He'll take a strong stance until you offer him something like popcorn. He's like, oh, well, I mean, I'll sell out for popcorn.
Kaz, quick pro tip.
What you got?
We paid somebody to do all those announcements, and you don't have to do them anymore.
Did we really? Okay, sweet.
Oh, that sounds fun. I like when Kaz
does the things.
Okay, let Kaz do that then. But
yeah, take money off my table, Will. That was my new job.
I'm sorry.
Shit.
Much easier to just not say it.
Wow, finally Eric, Paul, and Will back together.
Complaining about Will. Eric and Paul complaining about Will together.
I think it's about time we get into the show, though, so we can finally talk about the next episode of The Invasion, where Eric and I left off, where The Rock finally returned, July 30th, 2001.
Wait, is that really where we left off? The return of The Rock?
Shit.
You left off
what a bummer.
Part? Jesus.
Can't believe you quit right then, Paul.
I know. If only there was a way to quit that show sooner.
Eric Brady's still collecting my Patreon money.
I am?
I think so.
I follow your Patreon.
Who do you think you are? I am.
We're just trading it back and forth.
I am a proud Day One Fatal 4 member.
Oh my god.
Yes, he is. Yeah, I see the little verified thing he has there.
I see. So yeah, we've been doing this 1 year.
Who usually conducts this show to keep it on the rails?
Kaz. Who knows?
But yeah, I didn't figure there'd be much conducting on.
He's never been on with pros before who know how to derail a show masterfully.
The best way to derail a show is to ask why someone's not keeping it going well, because then they just feel like they're doing a bad job.
Exactly. No, I was on the mailbag episode. I know what the deal is.
The mailbag show that is available on the Patreon, as Kaz told everybody a few minutes ago. Mm-hmm. Very well conducted podcast filled with 8 people or something.
Eric, you might stay in your sitting.
Yeah, once we actually got everybody's mic working, it was fine.
Yeah, no shit, right? I was about to quit.
Did you leave all that in the recording?
No.
I cleaned it up. We spent an hour with B-Rob and his bad mic.
Yeah.
Which, for some reason, worked perfectly the next time we did a show and seems to be working just fine right now.
Yeah, no shit. As soon as you press record, it was just like...
I've also come to learn that the technology to start a podcast recording on time still doesn't exist.
No.
And the immediate need to blame Will for being the reason it's late also continues to go on years later.
Yes. We was building Will lore, waiting on his arrival, because there is a ritual that has to take place prior to every recording.
It's literally just me taking a shit and showering.
Yeah, at the same time.
Do you always have to shower afterwards? Is that like a thing?
No, it's not like that. I mean, like I'm coming home for the day and showering. I'm not.
Do you shower before you shit, knowing that you have to shit?
Wait, sorry, Paul. What?
Do you shower before you shit, knowing that you're going to shit and shower?
What do you take me for? No.
Like,
you don't want the answer to that question.
A Philadelphian?
You know, Will, if you learned how to waffle stomp, you wouldn't have wasted so much of my time waiting for this show.
Ugh. Ooh. That doesn't sound delightful at all.
I know from the internet that anytime you search for something waffle related, you get good results.
Especially the blue one.
Yeah.
Andy,
Poor
well,
Kaz.
Kaz, you're here you got to lead us, man. We're going to run astray until you reel us back in.
Which
Come
will
on.
never happen.
no. But yeah, so we've been doing this show for 1 year. Paul, and like I said, Paul's been doing this podcast for 20 years. We might talk about that for just a minute.
Wait, how many
Paul,
years has Eric
yeah.
got?
I don't know. He stopped
Less.
Yeah,
he
I would
stopped at a good
say
time.
7 minutes now.
Oh, shit.
This is the first time I've been on a podcast in like 5 years, I think.
Yeah.
This is the show just to get old hosts out of retirement, isn't it, huh?
Yeah, that's all. That's
Yeah.
what we do. Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't say
commitment.
old. Former.
Former.
Well,
there you go.
Yeah.
Inactive.
Yeah, that's awesome.
You're all
That's true in many ways.
You're all unks to me.
That's the spirit. Wait, is
Yeah,
Will like
yeah.
super young? I'm going to be sad. He doesn't.
Yeah,
Oh no, man.
Yeah,
I'm only
24.
27.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm his dad. I'm his dad's age, so
Are you? Wait, B-Rob, how old are you?
43.
No, you're way younger than my dad.
I'm still in range to be your father.
My dad's
yeah,
like
he-
52.
Yeah,
You can be all of our daddy.
Yeah.
I don't know. All right. Yep. Now I'm reeling it back in. But yeah. So we've been doing this show for a year. How do we feel about the first year of Didn't Get All of It Japan?
I didn't think it would be a thing a year later because it came together just because I was bored and wanted to talk Japanese wrestling with Kaz.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we were
That's
doing
not
it
how it came
probably.
together.
Well, we started doing that like what? Probably
Yeah,
like
way
3 months
prior
before.
to you decided to be like, hey, y'all should do Japan.
No, I designed a logo because I thought it looked cool, and I'm like, you guys want to do this?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. It's just
And then
like,
I realized that logo was problematic, and then I'm
Yeah,
like, I should delete my AAA. Didn't get all of it logo that is probably also problematic.
Wait,
as
I never knew
well.
this existed. I need to see this.
Is there a sombrero?
I don't recall, but it wasn't.
Queso.
It wasn't as offensive as the Japan one. Which, to be fair, I don't know my culture, and I did not know it was offensive.
yeah. And to Paul's credit,
I remember the logo. Yes.
The Rising Sun logo.
Yes, the
Yeah,
Rising
yeah.
Sun logo.
and to Paul's credit, he immediately like, hey, look at this. This is cool. Then wait a minute. Hold on. Let me fact check this.
Yeah. To be fair, though, cool fucking logo.
It was.
Yeah.
It
No one's
was.
saying that about the swastika. The swastika's not a cool logo. It looks like shit. Looks like someone didn't know how to draw. At least the Rising Sun's cool.
Yeah.
So you're saying when we do that NXT Europe podcast, you'll change that original design you made?
Well, the good thing about NXT is that it's mostly skulls and iron crosses of sorts.
Already
So
halfway there.
Roster
they've
full of
yeah.
Nazis.
Yeah. We've been doing this. Me and B-Rob started probably about 3 months before the show came to be.
Yeah.
And then we brought Will on.
Which I still don't know where that came from.
So I was going to say something to you. I didn't think there was any tea to be spilled on the show. But because I remember when you and B-Rob recorded a show together,
Yeah.
B-Rob called me and said, hey, why don't we bring Will onto this when we're going to start the show? And I said, yeah, that sounds like a good
You
idea.
said, no, that chink? What?
What?
Jesus.
Slow down. Let him tell the story.
I did not say that. However, I will say I wasn't sold on the idea at first. I didn't really, because I don't think me and Will had ever actually talked before we recorded the first show, really.
Yeah. Because
So I didn't know how it was going to go at all.
Yeah, because, for those who didn't know, I had a podcast prior to joining you guys, and I was doing it, I think, I'm in my 9th year now, I think.
Oh, we should have a little celebration.
So I was just trying to do episodes of my pod, the Random Rounds with Rob and everything. And originally, when I first started it way back in the year of 2016, it was going to be a wrestling podcast. But then I was just like, nah, I don't think I want to do that. So I just started rambling about other things and with the guests and whatnot. But I had Kaz on because, I met him in person at the New Texas Pro shows and everything. And he's a member of our community here. And I just wanted to have him on the show just to talk with him and everything. And then we wind up getting into the wrestling, and how wrestling kind of takes over the conversation and whatnot. And we just continue to talk about Japanese pro wrestling. And it was the same thing with Will. I wanted him to have him on the show just to talk with him. It wasn't necessarily about wrestling, but it wound up devolving into that.
B-Rob, has anyone thanked you for your service today, by the way?
You want to hear something funny?
I want to thank you for deciding in 2016 to not start a wrestling podcast. That was a good deed you did for this country, and we can all thank you.
This came up on the show we did with R.D. Reynolds a couple weeks ago. We brought up that B-Rob had been in the service, and R.D. thanked him for his service.
And I felt
it turns out
dirty as shit.
That is the first time anyone has ever done that on the show.
For real.
In multiple years of
Well, it's been 1 year.
podcasting.
Thank you for your veterans to podcasting.
Yes.
If B-Rob did start a podcast about wrestling in 2016, he could have been featured on the Pro Wrestling Nation channel on Sirius XM.
Ugh.
But
I'm looking at that list right now.
seems like you blew it. You and
Is
Dave
that a thing? I
LaGreca
haven't
could be
seen that.
hosting fucking
What, off the ropes?
random wrestling busted open.
I get recommended his brother as a recommended friend on Facebook all the time for some reason. I'll never understand that.
I
Get off
recommended
Facebook.
Wait, I thought
You-
Will was the young one. Why is he on Facebook?
You and B-Rob need to get off Facebook.
Hey, I'm only there because my mom is there.
Yeah, I got family there. I got
Call
I'm
your
only there
mom.
because B-Rob's mom is there.
Yeah. See, we all got to keep up with my mom and her 38 Facebook accounts because she don't fucking keep up passwords.
Oh, that's so
37 of them are just selling Oakleys now on a great sale.
I would assume that 37 of them are the ones that say like, "Oh, my account was hacked. Can you send me some money?"
Yeah. I had somebody that I used to serve with got their account wham flam and they tried to get me and shit. There's a new scam on there to where people
Yeah,
are
they
trying to
post
get
wrestling
you.
news, and B-Rob believes all of it.
No. Like for real. So some real shit. Like people hack, people, accounts, or they'll make a duplicate account and shit. And they'll DM you and they'll try to get you, cause Facebook has this thing to where you can second party verify people's accounts. So they try to scam people into doing that. They're like, "Oh, I got locked out of my account and shit. And could you, click this link and verify this account so I can, get my shit back, yada, 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 yada." So be watching out for shit like that.
We're all learning a lot.
Yeah, about Facebook.
In 2025.
Yeah.
I bet the podcast audience and the Facebook audience overlap quite a bit.
Yeah. And then they jump on my shit because I like to talk about goofy shit or whatever. And they be like, "Oh, he thinks it's gospel. He really thinks it's going to happen."
yes.
It's not think it's going to happen. It's not real.
I mean, the fact that you even presented in the first place.
Okay. What if Godzilla came to Houston? You probably.
What? That is not the things we're talking about.
It might be an improvement for the city.
It might.
Yeah, true. Fix a lot of those potholes.
Anyway. Yeah, so one thing I did want to ask is how do you feel like, how much do you feel like we've improved?
Get your shit together, Kaz.
Listen, I'm trying to.
I was going
all
to
of
say
you
a
in.
lot, but then you tried to read that question.
Guys, go easy on Kaz. He's only been doing this for how long now, Kaz?
A year.
A
year.
Okay. That's why we're here.
Yes. Anyway, how much do you think we've improved in the last year?
We've upticked on the amount of problematic jokes and slurs a lot.
Yes, just from you.
Listen, I only say the ones I'm allowed to say.
Which is none of them.
I'm allowed to say the one I said earlier.
But you shouldn't.
Not really, but I'm allowed to.
Which ones aren't you allowed to say?
No! Don't do that.
Okay, we have to edit out him saying all of those. That was the worst minute we've ever recorded on this show.
Sorry, guys.
I literally can't believe you did that, Will.
Sorry, guys.
I'm gonna timestamp that.
Yikes.
I'm here to find Jesus.
No, yeah, but I think I said it on the mailbag show too. But like the first 5 or so episodes, I will never go back and listen to because I know they were terrible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I was in no way comfortable doing this at all.
Well,
My
that's what
advice is you should delete every old episode you've ever done whenever you want. That's a good way to make your life better.
not to point this out, but wasn't B-Rob running the ship at that point?
yes, and it
That
was
is
bad.
also, yeah, I think because I'm trying to remember why we switched.
Because you were doing a good job.
What happened?
Well, now, like
B-Rob
I said,
didn't want to work anymore.
No, because if you leave me to my own devices, I would just ramble into the ground or whatever.
You?
So, yeah. So, that's kind of what I wanted to steer away from. Kaz actually
How are you going to ramble into the ground
format.
with device? Like, you got to get there without a device, B-Rob.
What am I missing?
You
It's
get into the
impressive
ground.
you guys made it a year.
How'd you get there?
Yeah, how did you get there without your devices, Kaz?
God, why is that joke so funny to me?
I don't get the joke.
It's
don't
only
listen to
relevant
the
to
main-
the
You
six
don't
people
remember
who
what I just
listen
told
to,
you the other day?
to both
Kaz
shows.
doesn't listen to the main show.
Oh, yeah. I forgot. I got
To be fair,
I am behind
nobody
on the-
listen to the main show.
I listen to the main show. I just
that's why Eric came over here.
Yeah, I didn't know there was a. I thought you guys just do Japan now. Do you still have like an It's Lucha show? Is that what you're talking about, Paul?
Yeah, I did. I made a
We have
really
a-
cool logo, and there's like
We got a
tacos and
Dragon Ball
sombreros
show
on
coming,
it.
Eric, if you want to join that one.
You like Dragon Ball?
Uh-oh.
No.
Oh, okay.
Shit.
Mercy. Yeah. Actually, I was trying to think because I think the first one that I did like that was the first one Will missed because I was trying to get. No, in fact, it was the first one Nick was on because I thought both of you were going to miss the show when I was trying to find anybody to do it with. So I think that was the first
And then you
one.
try to think of the first podcasters you could think of, and it was just people who've hosted 15 years ago. And
Yeah,
you're like,
Will,
fuck.
Nick,
Yeah,
Paul.
yeah, basically, yeah.
Yeah, I even forgot how Nick even got into the mix.
Yeah,
I don't know, but I'm looking forward to the Mark Maron guest hosting in a few months.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
He knows about wrestling.
He had
Yeah.
Barack
Oh,
Obama.
he did
Yeah,
Glow,
the
yeah.
Glow. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can start the Didn't Get Glow of It podcast.
We had so many other shows we could do.
Yeah.
Well, let's focus on the ones we have first.
Let's keep this one going well, and then you'll figure out the other ones.
This one,
There,
this
to
one
be
and
fair,
the
there's
Dragon Ball
two other
show.
shows that are like not happening that should be. So
Yeah, we've been talking about just taking those shows over.
Yeah, like for real. I got so much movie build up I got to get rid of.
I've been playing a lot of Assassin's Creed Shadows. If you guys want to do Squared Circle Strafe Japan, I'm like fully prepared to talk about Japanese games.
Shit.
Honestly, I'm about to start that, so I'm not against that.
Sorry,
at all.
I've been playing Boatro too much.
Paul, have you played Ghost of Tsushima?
Not yet.
Oh, play that shit.
I'll get there.
I've been playing
I'm
Fortnite
only,
like a
I'm
real
only 30
adult.
hours into this Assassin's Creed game, and I haven't even like scratched the surface.
I'm 30 hours into Like a Dragon, the man who erased his name.
We're 30 hours into this podcast.
Fortnite added Squid Game stuff.
Yes, look at all this Japan
Who gives a
stuff.
fuck about Squid Game? Dog shit ass show.
Wow.
I've never watched any of it.
Me neither.
You don't watch any shows, Kaz, apparently.
That's not. I mean, not lately. I haven't had a lot of time to watch shows lately, but
Because he's stocking up on Japanese professional wrestling.
exactly. But yeah, I think this has been far more fun than I even expected it was going to be over this last year. I very much enjoyed doing this show.
Mm-hmm. It was a thing in the beginning to where three of us trying to figure it out and whatnot, and it would be like Kaz would tee it up, and when we would kind of ramble a little bit, I would kind of like try to kick it over the wheel, but then he'd have his narcolepsy fits, and it would kind of fall apart. But I think we found a path here. We kind of navigate around that.
Yeah. Also, I realize don't talk about a bunch of stuff in detail that neither of the other two give a shit about.
Like what?
Yeah, that's why we don't talk about AEW that much on the other show.
Yeah. I don't know, like going through the entire 5-star Grand Prix. And
I remember that episode. He went through every single name, gave him a backstory, origin story.
Yeah. Like about halfway through, I was like, I don't even think they're on the show anymore. I think I'm just podcasting.
I might have been asleep. I don't know.
I think that's where it started.
Yes. It turns out he didn't fall asleep during podcasts until I put him to sleep reading those lists.
Thank
you. You're welcome.
Reading him a story.
I gave you a gimmick.
Kaz, can I ask you a question about Japanese wrestling?
Yes, you can.
What would be the series finale of Japanese wrestling?
Oh.
If there was one match that you could be like, that's the match to end on.
I think
Like
we
Roman
had
Reigns
it.
versus Tanahashi.
I think we had it. We did excursion on it. the Ambia Towers.
Oh,
God, yeah.
That could end
No.
wrestling if enough people saw it.
It could end it in one way. Yeah.
Goo.
That's actually a good question. I might argue that, because we're going to talk about this after you guys are gone. I think it might be Goto and Zack Sabre.
Oh my fucking god!
Oh,
That's like the Cena versus Roman of Japan right now. That's like the two top guys of like clashing.
I don't know if it's two top guys. I think but it has the feel good of that you want.
I know he's retiring. Does Tanahashi still like a top guy in this retirement tour? Or?
Yes.
Okay.
Unfortunately,
yeah.
So he's doing like the Cena run of like maybe he can't still go, but he's still at the top.
It's like
I would argue Cena's
Painmaker
better.
Chris Jericho.
He's Jordan on the Wizards right now.
Hey, Jordan on the Wizards still made the All-Star team. I don't know if Tanahashi.
Okay, he's Jordan in the Bobcats practices in like 2016 when there were rumors he was going to play again.
And
Listen,
these
that
analogies
might still-
these are analogies that Eric are making is
Ichiro
what they
on
said
the
about
Yankees.
Lil Wayne's the Carter 6 album.
Yeah.
Elephant on the beat.
We'll see. But Will, B-Rob, you have any other things on our first year of
Yano versus R-Truth.
I don't think
You guys
we're
were
gonna
so
get
close. You had a chance for
Yeah.
it.
Yep.
that. It would have been nice.
I know people think, not smart people, but people think that AJ Styles is going to go to AEW. Do New Japan people on Twitter think he's going to go back there?
No.
They're more like realistic of he's old as fuck and has kids and he's just going to get paid and retire.
I think he's
here's
going to
the
sign a
thing.
Legends deal and stick around.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, here's the thing about Japan and big stars. It's not going to happen right now. They don't have the money.
Yeah.
What if they could hear me out? What if
I'm
there
listening.
was a wrestling star that was bigger than AJ Styles that
I know where this is going.
was somehow intrinsically tied to another brand that might partially pay for his fees if he were to go over there and promote them? Perhaps mentioning their chicken bakes and or their double chunk chocolate cookies.
Oh, that's even better. I was thinking you're talking about Paul White, but
Paul, no, I'm thinking Big Boom AJ versus Tanahashi.
yes. And the Rizzler does a run in.
Could you? He could beat Goto. Who's the champ now? Zack Sabre Jr., right?
Jr.
Yeah.
Rizzler
Rizzler
has more.
versus Zack Sabre Jr. That would be awesome.
Rizzler would fold that Twink in an instant.
He's allowed to say that one also. That's a pass.
Yeah, we're posting this in July, so Pride is over.
Yeah. No
We're going to
pride.
switch all of our social logos back to regular colors.
That's right.
You know what? Like I did that once, not consciously thinking about that. I thought it was like a cool hip thing to do. But
It was.
Rainbow logo?
No,
yeah, Rainbow
like
logos was the thing.
Yeah,
I made Random Ramblings with Rob like Pride merch and shit. And then like
we need a Pride didn't get all of it shirt in the merch.
I don't
store.
think we can because then we have to like donate and
Yeah.
like I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
yeah,
I like looking at the amount of money that's in our PayPal and then doing absolutely nothing with it.
well, I mean, if you want to donate to a cause, I'm like a payment
We're not
and a
buying you
half
another
away.
gun.
No, I'm a payment and a half away of paying off my truck.
Look, Paul's got watches to buy, man. We can't just be paying for trucks.
Oh, what kind of
Yeah.
watches?
I don't know, but we're 1/10 of the way to my next Omega.
Uh-oh.
Kenny?
No, something much cooler.
No.
He's going to get a diverticulitis watch.
I'm just going to get a little red cape
Oh no.
I saw that.
and Shane
He
McMahon's favorite
looked cute
shirt.
in that cape. Don't be mean to Kenny.
Wait.
Good.
Oh, I thought we were talking about someone else. I thought, did I miss something in the Discord?
Kind of.
No, just the Superman thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, Paul's next watch will be whatever's in the new Amazon Prime show with Tom Holland.
That's right.
Bond?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't think
Shaken,
he's
not
gonna be
stirred.
Bond.
No, I hope not.
But I did see on Facebook that Zendaya and Sydney Sweeney were in line to be the next Bond girl.
You say Sydney Sweet? I'm in.
They can make it Pierce Brosnan again. I'm in.
No, Sydney
I don't think
Sweeney.
that's
I'm in.
happening.
What's
Anyway,
happening?
God bless.
Anyway, last thing. Yeah, Paul, 20 years of podcasting. How do you feel?
I fucking hate it. I should have quit a long time ago. It
Wait,
sucks.
didn't we invite Paul to tell a story about when he watched Japanese
Oh,
wrestling?
yes, we did.
Yeah.
We'll
You
end
had
it
a
with
great
that, yeah.
transition
Yes.
earlier that I thought you were teeing me up for, and then it just didn't happen. So
We're
We,
not very
we
good
don't
at
do
those.
that here.
All right, I'll tee it up again, Paul. He'll fold that Twink in half. There you go.
no, not related to that, unfortunately.
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 Hey, you can't do that here.
Oh,
I can.
he can.
We have very strict rules of certain jokes cannot leave podcasts and go to the other ones.
Well, tell us about your experience with Japanese professional wrestling, Paul.
Oh, I've watched plenty. What do you want to know?
The moment that made you go like, wow.
It's all fine.
Did you have a story or not have a story?
Yeah,
I did, but no one, I thought people were setting it up.
Just
tell
it.
Now we're setting it up. I'm deliberately asking.
I've told everyone the story, and I was like, "Oh, just tell us a story about watching Japanese wrestling." Well, that could be anything. One time I watched that hour-long Kenny Omega match, and I'm like, that guy's good. I hope his mom doesn't dress him when he leaves the house as an adult, and they let him wear a cape when he goes on a media tour, looking like a big old dork.
Him and Neville got some weird attire.
I don't even think that dude's around anymore.
Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
But anyway, so we are going to be talking a bit of Wrestle Kingdom later. Paul, do you have any Wrestle Kingdom?
Yeah, it's called
memories?
Poop Kingdom.
Oh,
Do tell.
So I was watching Wrestle Kingdom 12. Hang on, let me make sure this wasn't recent.
no.
No, Wrestling Kingdom 12 was a while ago.
We're headed to
12.
Wrestle Kingdom 20.
What was 12? Oh, Kenny was on that one.
Was that like the TNA era?
No.
TNA's before that.
2018, so 7 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
Dang, I shit my pants 7 years ago? That's the punchline of the story that I will now tell. As you know, these shows, they start at an unreasonable hour, especially if you're in the central time zone. It was like midnight start time. And me and my friend, we got some buffalo wings, and then we watched the show. And 4 hours later, when the show was over, my body was like, hey, you probably should not have eaten those buffalo wings. But I would never poop in my friend's house because I'm an adult. And that's rude. So packed my bags and started trekking back to my house, which was a 25, 30-minute drive away.
Which is an hour in Houston time.
Right. Well, it was 3 a.m., so it was much faster. And let's just say I didn't get all of it on the way home.
You
Because
wouldn't
the body,
you
the
wouldn't
body
shit at
said,
your
never
friend's
mind,
house?
buddy, it's going out. No, of course not. And then use a shower after? What am I, Will Housel? That's disgusting.
He was
I'd rather
showering the
shit in my
sink.
pants than shit in my friend's house. And that's what happened.
Wow.
And I had to ride in some dookie on the way home. So now every Wrestle Kingdom will be referred to as Poop Kingdom between me and my friend who I watched it with.
That's wild, man. It's like, if you got to go, that's what the bathroom is for, regardless of where you at.
I didn't have to like totally go at
It
that
just
time.
hit
It was
you.
one of those.
Wait, you didn't have to. You like chose in that moment. Like I could hold it, but this will be a great story in
I
5
don't
years.
recall if I was like 7. I don't recall if I was like doing the shaky leg or anything. It was very much like
Doing the shanky?
it might have been one of those things where it's like, that'll be fun to do when I get home in the privacy of my own home. Turns out it was in the privacy of my 2005 Chevy Malibu.
We can edit stuff out of the show, Paul. You don't have to have that story out there.
We have to edit you out of the show because you can't return to podcasting here.
Oh, that's right. Legally, because of the thing.
Legalese.
You have to do the other show first. It's like the time they had Maxwell host and no one knew.
Oh, fuck, it's the end of the month. We didn't get Maxwell on. Shit.
You still haven't done that?
Shit.
Yeah.
Let me DM him now.
This guy.
Lord almighty.
Anyway, while he frantically has a panic attack and stuff, Eric,
Yes.
do you have any fond memories of Japanese professional
Shitting your
wrestling?
pants? Oh.
Oh,
Either
They're
or.
the same thing.
either or.
Here's my mixed relationship with Japanese wrestling. I want to like DDT wrestling.
Oh
Because I see clips of DDT wrestling
Mhm.
where they're like fighting in a fucking pool building, like an indoor water park. And I'm like, this is for me. me, the guy who enjoys the Money in the Bank from 2020 match, this is for me.
Yes.
So I sign up for New Japan World, where DDT, I don't know if they're still there, but they were 5 years ago at least. And I go, I'm going to check out some DDT. I'm going to watch this shit live because it's COVID. I'm not working. Like, who gives a shit how late I stay up? And then, like, most of their shows aren't that.
Mm-hmm.
Just a few random ones are, like, cool and fun as little, like, Easter eggs, but then the rest are just fucking wrestling shows.
Yeah, I found that out the hard way.
That's bullshit, dog. And then, like, I can't read what's on the site. So I don't know how to find the fun ones. I had to, like, click through until it's like, oh, they're fighting in a DZ Discovery Zone. I'll watch this one.
Oh, are you not using Bing where you have a translator at the top?
I'm sorry. Are we getting paid by... I'm not going to say anything negative for this is like the Spider-Man movies and we're on the take, but...
No, I'm just the only person that uses Bing.
I use Ask Jeeves like a real man. I Yahoo it.
I use Bing so I get reward points.
I do too.
God, what is wrong with you people?
I would love to be a hardcore DDT fan of just those shows. If I somehow had a calendar of like, these are the actual fun ones, fuck the rest. I would subscribe to New Japan for like one of those shows a month.
Well, it'd be Wrestle Universe, actually, was what you're looking for.
What is a Wrestle Universe?
That's their...
It houses all the other Japanese professional wrestling except for All Japan.
Except for All Japan Dragon Gate, yeah.
Wasn't DDT on New Japan a couple of years ago? On New Japan World?
There was probably a couple crossover shows.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like because I was on New Japan World when they had all the Omega buzz. So I was like, oh, let me check the rest of this stuff out. And I found DDT and I was like, I'm in. And then fucking they broke my heart.
Yeah, no, all the DDT stuff's over on Wrestle Universe. And they do weird stuff more often than you think. But I mean, yeah, there is a lot of, hey, this is real wrestling.
Yeah, I don't, but maybe I'll check it out now that now that you have turned me, wait, I'm going to use this phrase, and I mean it in the sense of information. Now that you've turned me on to Wrestle Universe, I'll go check it out.
All right.
Yes.
I have two things to point out. One, Wrestle Kingdom 12 is literally just an AEW show. This whole card is everybody works in
no
AEW.
Shit, right?
Even Kenny Omega versus Chris Jericho was on there. Like, Jesus.
That's what
I didn't know you guys needed money so bad. If you're using Bing for points, we can distribute some of this Patreon money.
I just like to help me pay off my truck, Paul.
In these trying times, now more than ever, I would prefer if you guys didn't use Bing for money.
I just have reward points, and I buy video games with them.
Do you get rewards for like porn searches though?
Yeah.
Oh,
a search is a search.
Have you guys noticed recently if you order something on Uber Eats, you get the whole like Klarna pop up?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with people these days?
You go 4 pay your burrito. You want
to 4 payments for your halal guys bowl, and like get the fuck out of here.
Hey,
well, it's going to go on your credit report now.
Oh yeah, that's true too. That's all on your credit report now.
That's fine though. Credit reports are free now. I mean, they've been free for a long time. They used to have jingles about it, but you can put anything. I remember
ever since they first showed up with their pirate hats on.
Yeah.
God, I miss those.
Yeah, we talked about how commercials used to be good on the Patreon.
Yeah.
Make advertisements great again. That's Paul's MAGA stance.
Oh. Matter of fact, after the last episode we recorded, we actually watched some vintage commercials.
Yeah, that was great.
I don't think you guys understand the economics of podcasting. You're not supposed to choose to watch commercials. You're supposed to get paid to play the commercials.
Yeah, like right now.
Thank you, Eric and Paul, for being on with us. When we come back, we are going to be talking
anything else.
Sabre Jr.?
What is this, like thrice in a lifetime?
Hopefully last.
Sounds like you guys got a real poop kingdom on your hands.
Oh,
yes, we do. We'll be right back.
I earned my degree online at Arizona State University. I chose to get my degree at ASU because I knew that I'd get a quality education, they were recognized for excellence, and that I would be prepared for the workforce upon graduating. To be associated with ASU, both as a student and alum, it makes me extremely proud, and having experienced the program, I know now that I'm set up for success. Learn more at asuonline.asu.edu.
Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun.
Dun, dun. Come on and slam! Tanahashi Jam! Come on and slam! Tanahashi Jam! And welcome back. We're in the B block.
What the fuck? That was wonderful.
We're talking about the Tanahashi Jam, or
Just when I thought you couldn't do anything worse, you totally redeem yourself.
or the show where I want to turn my brains into jam after reading the results.
Oh,
Yeah, so let's talk about it. On a show that none of us have seen.
Well, let's talk about the least
Yes.
offensive stuff first, the G1 play-in matches.
Okay, you want to talk that? Okay,
We'll build up.
Yeah, we'll run through those real quick. Yeah, G1 play-in matches. We've had half of them done.
yeah, because it's 4 in
first
total,
off,
right?
Yes. The next 2 will be on the July 4th show.
Mhm.
The first 2 we've had are Callum Newman defeating Taichi to get into the G1.
All right, so
This sucks.
yeah, because I think we picked Taichi, most of us, right?
I think we all
Yeah.
did.
And it's not even that I dislike Callum Newman. I just want Taichi in the G1.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like I said, like with Ishii, I think they might be bringing Taichi overseas, maybe finally.
Oh, that'd be cool.
You think we'll have a Taichi Ishii IWGP tag title match at Forbidden Door?
Oh, I feel like that's a given. But against who is the real question? Probably against Trent and Rocky, unfortunately. But
Man,
Trent?
that's not interesting.
Question mark?
At least let it be
Fletcher. Yeah.
Fletcher Davis.
Fletcher
put
and
Ozzy
Josh
over.
Alexander.
No.
Yeah, where's
Just 2.
where's Dogzilla at? Yeah, where the
Did he
hell?
get hurt again?
Oh,
Well,
I don't know.
What are they calling the Takeshita and Fletcher have a team name?
yeah, it's
Proto something.
Proto
Protolapse of the
Kestra.
Eunice.
Jesus.
That's nasty. All right, Drilla Maloney beat it. Beat it.
Oh, he's beating it. All right.
Yeah, that's a manly man. Tomohiro Ishii.
Yes. Which I actually thought decent match.
I mean, they had a good match the last time they fought each other.
Yeah, I think they actually. I think Ishii plays to Drilla's strengths really well.
Off topic, real quick. I just want to say I was rewatching some old Ishii because I was in the mood, and I was rewatching him versus Hanma. Man, remember when Hanma? Just in general. Were you not watching me, Rob? When Hanma was?
Well, I know he was there all the time.
I mean, like when he was at his peak.
I mean, I just know you tried to hit the headbutt.
You tried to hit a few things.
I think the Hanma Ishii matches are like perfect wrestling matches.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he has some decent headbutts, like for real, like as a part of his offense, besides the stupid one.
Like I would want to see like Hanma versus Ilya Dragunov on some dumb shit.
Ooh.
Oh, the torpedo versus the
just
torpedo.
watch each other. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm about that. I like that.
Sorry, we're off fancy. I'm trying to avoid talking about the main event as much as I can.
We'll get there. But yeah, so Cal Newman and Drilla Maloney are in the G1.
Mm-hmm.
I hope Drilla has a better showing this year.
Yeah.
Because he was very lackluster last year when I think we were really high going in with him.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully this is the coming out party that we thought we were going to have last year.
No,
So
I don't know that he's going to win a bunch of matches, but I hope he has a better showing just match quality wise.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of match quality, the match that I think is currently number one on Cage Match.
No, we're talking about the good match.
Yeah,
Okay.
The match I think is currently number one still on Cage Match.
You didn't see that review who brought down the score on purpose?
I have not.
He was like, I don't want to see this shit get a perfect score, so I'm giving it a 7.
Oh, what a douche.
Dick.
At the Death Pain Invitational for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship, El Desperado beats Jun Kasai.
I apologize
they beat the fuck out of
I
each
apologize for questioning Junior Jun Kasai because I need more of it.
Yeah, this was.
I'm happy they got to do the fuck shit they wanted to do. Hideo Kojima was there, so you know they had to pull out all the stops.
Yeah, for real. He's going to be in one of his video games.
I was going to say, yeah, they're just going to put this match in the game.
Just the footage, just like on a TV somewhere.
On the TV screen somewhere.
Honestly, I wouldn't be shocked.
Or on some random robot with a LED screen on his chest and shit just walking around.
They're going to have a character named Crazy Monkey.
Yes.
Oh,
and somebody wearing Despy's mask, just it's,
oh yeah, yeah.
I have at this point, I have no doubt that was such a fun, weird thing, and I was like, "Hey, I wonder if I could get Kojima on the podcast." And I was like,
"What?"
Those are the thoughts I have when any celebrity shows up in Japan.
Yeah, because that dude that's on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, I reached out to Bowen Yang and got nothing back. But
did I tell you the time I was in the same vicinity as Kojima and got very upset?
Did you clothesline him and yell his name?
No. So I was at the Guillermo del Toro exhibit for Pinocchio at the MoMA.
What?
And I was in... What?
You just said a lot of words.
The
Pinocchio exhibit, Museum of Modern Arts. I got it.
Yes, thank you. Someone's cultured.
Yes.
I am for the culture, damn it.
That's a different culture.
What culture?
A different culture.
We don't talk about that.
I know.
Anyways, I'm waiting. It's a big ass line because it's like this big ass event, and they're only letting in certain people at certain times. And then I look on Instagram or was it Twitter? I remember one of the two. And I see Kojima posting photos from it. He's in the group ahead of me. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like losing my mind that I could be like walking into Kojima at any second, and I missed him at every second because then he posted. When I finally got into the exhibit, he was already taking pictures outside, like by the park. And I'm like, God damn it. But also I feel like I would have embarrassed myself if I ran to Kojima.
Yeah.
And I would have like begged for a job or something. I don't know.
Yeah. You would have been like Kaz, or like, please be on my podcast.
Well, not all that. I just would have been like,
listen, I've never been that.
I was like, I will fly out to Japan to be a janitor in your studio or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah. It's not, that wouldn't be a bad gig.
You have to pick one, and you got to get rid of the other one's career.
Uh-oh.
Hideo Kojima, Satoshi Kojima.
Oh, fuck.
Man, I just had bread tonight.
See, that's hard because, like, if you're eliminating Hideo, you're eliminating all of Metal Gear.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're eliminating Satoshi, I think I can live. Listen, I love Satoshi, but I feel like I can live more without Satoshi's library than I can Metal Gear.
Oh, see, I'm going the opposite way, specifically because the second half of Metal Gear Solid 5 is boring. Shit.
Oh, sure, yeah.
When you climb the ladder for 20 minutes?
No, that's Metal Gear Solid 3.
Yeah, that's 3. No, it's redoing the entire game over again.
No, that's Beast,
for
actually.
no reason. Do what?
Redoing the game.
Yeah. But no, that's fun. But yeah, the match itself, just fuck shit. These two just doing anything and everything under the sun. This would have been violent for a big Japan match.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This is why we didn't have the Despy title match at Dominion, because they still had to get through this, and Kasai I think they made it worthwhile.
Yeah, so barring the Doki injury or whatever, I mean, I know he's back now, but do you think this match still would have went on had he, that ran its course normally?
Yeah, I think Despy still wins that match at Wrestle Kingdom, but
yeah.
So I think we pretty much get what we've gotten here, but I do think Doki would have been doing some fun stuff otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
And probably, maybe doesn't end up in House of Torture. But yeah, so this was fun. And speaking of fun, we have one more match to talk about in this block.
Listen, I don't like to be harsh about our European listeners. God bless them all. I didn't get to thank the fans because, the fans are a big part of the show and our success and our growth and doing this. We love doing this for the fans. But
Very
you
much so.
European fuckers are the reason this happened. The Gato's obsession with putting the title on some twangy little white boy is the worst thing to come out of Europe since Margaret Thatcher. You fucking kidding me?
Sorry.
Yeah, here's the thing, because since the inception of this podcast over the last year, nobody's been a bigger Zack Sabre Jr. fan than me.
And I like Zack Sabre Jr. That's the worst part.
I like him too.
But you struck gold with Goto.
Goto.
Yeah,
It's a Pokemon, I think.
It probably is. And this is the golden anniversary, the 1 year anniversary. So, there you go. But yeah, I don't know, especially because this was a show that was only available live on television in Japan.
Now, so allegedly the format of the match was that Goto came in super confident and Sabre beat the shit out of him, which I don't mind. But I don't mind it if it weren't going into G1 season and then clearly into Forbidden Door, which is the only reason you probably gave Sabre the title at this point. So Sabre can face Ospreay for the umpteenth time because Forbidden Door is in the UK this year. Like, unless if this doesn't finish with Goto winning the G1 and winning it back at the Dome, I don't. There's no reason for even doing this. I'm sorry. Like, listen, I know we wanted Tsuji. I know we wanted Tsuji, and I know. Sorry to cut you off, Rob. I know we wanted Tsuji to win. I know we wanted Konosuke to win. It's clearly young boy season. We need fresh blood, but like, you have something with Goto. Keep rolling with it. I joked about Bishamon versus Sonata and Evil at the Dome when Goto first won the title, and I'm fearing more and more it's going to happen now. Sorry, so go on, Rob.
Yeah. No, didn't they play it up as, or it came out after the fact that Goto had an injury?
He does have an injury. He's missing the next show on the 4th. But apparently that wasn't factored into why this happened.
Yeah, just like to echo what Will was saying, if it's not leading to something later, then I think it's a bust. But like, if it's for a payoff later on, then like, I'm fine with it.
But here's my biggest fear now:
that they won't.
Are we gonna run back Zack and Shota?
Well, I mean, but then again, I mean, you're gonna have to run back a lot of the same shit again because their pool is very shallow.
Yeah, like you had some fresh stuff with Goto, and like I said, you struck gold with it. I mean, when was the last time anybody anywhere got a reaction like that? New Japan or not? And
Kenny,
he's been, probably, yeah.
Naito.
Yeah, the only thing that you can really do within the guise of New Japan is Zack versus Takeshita.
Which would be great. But I mean, I just don't know if they're willing to pull the trigger that hard on Takeshita.
Oh, I'm willing to pull the trigger on Gato if he doesn't fix this shit.
Now, I will say, as far as the Forbidden Door thing goes, I don't want Zack and Ospreay again. I've seen. I mean, I can't imagine them pulling out anything that we haven't seen.
Sorry to cut you off again, but Forbidden Door was so easy. You could have done Goto versus Shibata, or even if you did Goto versus whoever else and had like, I don't know, or even Goto and Shibata team up. I don't know, but it's like,
or honestly, Goto Ospreay would have been a cool match,
right? But now you got to run back, and then I wanted Sabre versus Nigel. That's not happening.
Well, see, that's what I was going to say. That even if you did Zack versus Nigel, that'd be interesting, but it doesn't need to be for the title.
No,
because there's no chance in hell that that's even remotely a possibility of it.
And then so now it feels like you're doing, like we said, Ospreay versus Sabre, which they might as well call up their Whoop Whoop Nonce friend while they're at it, making a 3-way for a good time's sake. And then it feels like, I don't know, Tanahashi's teaming with Shibata? Facing Shibata? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they'll probably have Goto and Tana and Shibata in there somewhere together. But that did just make me think, what's the worst version of the Ospreay Zack thing they could do? And run a tag match with Zack and Marty against Ospreay and Paul Robinson.
Having Paul Rob debut at here's your worst, the return of David Starr.
Just bring David Starr and Jimmy Havoc too. And
we have Tim Thatcher. Let's just run back all the indies at that time. Bring back Tim Thatcher and his fake accent.
I forgot when he did that. Yeah,
does he still do the fake accent?
I don't think so.
Some pervert who listens to this has to watch Evolve. Someone let me know.
All right, well, I can get Eric back on real quick.
Yeah. Honestly, if you told me he watched Evolve, I would believe you.
That would be hilarious. But yeah, I don't know where you go from here because, like we said, there's not a lot of new ground you can cover with Zach. And I mean, it was proven that as much as it was cool to see Zach get the belt, he wasn't drawing that well for the even for the big shows, he wasn't drawing great. But Goto was drawing houses everywhere. So, I mean, I guess with G1, it kind of sells itself a little bit. So you don't necessarily need that, but I don't know. It's a weird choice among a lot of weird choices they've been making lately.
Like, honestly, if Triple H weren't so bad at his job, I think Goto would be the lock for worst booker of the year.
Which is crazy because when Goto won the belt, I would have said best booker of the year because it was such a big swing that they don't usually take.
Yeah, and then I was kind of against it at the time, but then it won me over.
Yeah, I mean, with all the House of Torture bullshit, and now this, I mean, what are we doing? We've squandered all the goodwill we had 4 months ago. But yeah, so we'll see where this goes. I mean, I guess I'm trying to think. Is there any other big shows before G1? Is Zach just going into G1 without any defenses too? Let me see here. Let me pull up that schedule real quick and it'll tell me. Do we have anything between now and then?
I think there's one.
Just a couple two soul shows left.
You want
I don't think so.
Yes. Was it worth it?
So that's interesting.
You have to give your soul.
Here's the thing. If all we ever get from Goto as world champion is these few months, it was still cool as hell.
Yeah, that was going to be the question that I asked. I mean, if he never gets the title back after this, do you think this little small journey was worth it?
I do. I think it proves that you can give a guy who has been around forever and deserves it a run, and the fans will respond to it.
Kofi Kingston.
Yeah.
That's a good comparison. I like that.
Yeah, I don't want that at all. I mean, okay. I think it's an easy answer, but I think I have to ask the question: which loss was more disappointing?
Oh, come on!
Come on now.
Come on.
I had to.
Let's be real. The Kofi title made me cry.
Yeah, I was there in attendance.
Yeah.
I was in when Kofi lost. I was in Europe, and I almost I connected to some random European Wi-Fi just to see the results, just to see Cain Velasquez's dumbass wobble out.
And your credit hadn't been right ever since.
I forgot about Cain Velasquez,
which will still forever piss me off that they booked the guy to wrestle MMA and not Lucha.
Yeah, he actually was decent at that.
He was. I went to a Triple Oz show and he wrestled, and he was good.
Oh, I wonder if they're going to get that back now since they own Triple A.
Cain Velasquez? We got to free him from jail first.
Well, I thought he was out.
Was he?
Anyway, whatever.
Free my man's Kane.
All he did was try to kill a pedophile. That's okay.
Free Kane, free Takey.
I don't know what the second one is.
Free me from the B block.
Yes, that's your B block. When we come back, we're going to talk a little bit of news from the Japanese wrestling world. We'll be back in just a minute.
And we're back with that glorious C block action.
Glorious.
More musicals.
Remember that guy?
Yeah, where is that guy?
Bobby Roode's awesome.
He's backstage now, right?
Yeah, I like Bobby Roode.
I think so. Anyway, we do have some news to get through today.
Bozilla.
Yes. Well, in Joshi news, former Marigold star Bozilla made her surprise debut in Stardom at their Convergence event, becoming the first performer to make the jump from the new promotion to Stardom.
And she wrecked the shit out of Starlight Kid.
We were worried that she was leaving for somewhere else, just not the right place.
Yeah, surprisingly enough.
What? Hold on. You wanted Bozilla to go to the E?
Well, yeah, I thought she was going to be in the Nazi Fed by now, but...
So what's up with that other big Bozilla-like lady that WWE got anyway? The one that's doing
the one with the big
Shane Mercer slams and shit.
The one with the crooked ass jaw.
Yeah.
The Shrek head.
The one that looks like the thing from
The Thing
300.
we love women.
Christ. There's no proof of that right now. God.
We are pro feminism.
What? Hey man, equal opportunity. You talk about everybody, goddammit.
And
bitches is ugly too.
Oh my god.
Good God.
Put that as a title option.
No, I will put my foot down on that one. But yeah, Bozilla is now in Stardom, and I think that's going to be really interesting.
Yeah, because she's big lady, small peoples,
and she's good, especially for how young she is. I think she'll be very interesting.
I don't know that power. I mean, maybe she made it look good, but that power bomb was something.
Oh yeah, she folds her up. Yeah. But listen, I don't mind that. First impression makes her look dangerous.
Mm-hmm. In ring.
I am curious about her in the 5-star though, because you don't really want her taking a lot of losses early. So I'm guessing she's going to play the bad luck Fale role, and there's going to be a lot of countouts.
Oh, we didn't mention. Is that in the news that Don Fale had to pull out?
I was waiting for that. Yeah, Fale's
had a death in the family or something, right?
Yeah, so he's off I think the rest of at least the Soul Tour.
Yeah. I mean, would that take him out of his qualifier match and whatnot?
We don't know that yet, but probably.
Yeah, I think he pulled it from the qualifier match.
Did he? Okay.
Cool. So Oyo will get a bye.
He has to go debut with the new bloodline with Tala Tonga.
Come on now.
I would do that in a heartbeat.
What would his WWE name be?
Let's see. We got taller because he's tall, and Fale is so like Chubby Wombus or something.
That's
wow. They'll be saying
Tubby Tonga,
something.
Flubbatama.
I don't. Tubby Tonga.
Yeah, Tubby Tonga. I like that.
I like that. Yeah, that's it.
Tubby Tonga. Say it enough so we get into AI notes. Tubby Tonga. Tubby Tonga.
Jesus,
freak.
But yeah, I'm excited to see Bozilla in Stardom because they haven't had someone like with size like that in Stardom since Alpha Female, like way early in Stardom.
What happened to her? She's still alive?
I think she's training now. I think she's got a school.
Oh. They heard me educated.
Jazzy Gabbert, do you remember?
Oh, yeah, I remember her.
Yep.
Yeah, she got
Alpha Female. Yeah,
she fucked her neck up, and then she worked her way back to it, and then now she don't even wrestle no more, right?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure she's training now, but yeah, she was the only other person. Well, her and Piper Niven, Viper.
Yeah,
they're the only really ladies of size that Stardom's ever had.
I know you've seen Tony Storm.
Well, but yeah, I'm excited for that. Other Joshi news at Stardom's Convergence event, Suri defeated Shuri to become the new IWGP Women's Champion.
Hell yeah!
And she's also said that she's going to compete in the 5-star this year, which will be great. But yeah, this Suri and Shuri are just killing it together. They work so well.
I know I memed Omos as my wrestler of the year, but I think Suri's like locked it up real easy.
It's going to take a hell of a lot for her not to be.
Oh man, you know what? For a second, I had a brain fart. You was talking about what was the alpha female? Gabby what?
Jazzy Gabbert.
Jazzy Gabbert. And I was thinking about Gabby Tuft.
Oh,
I was like, what? She went over to Japan. That would be interesting, actually.
Look at B-Rob being progressive and not calling her a gimmick.
But, I mean, that's her thing, not mine.
I was about to move on before he could, but, you know.
Hey, I mean.
All right, let's keep going.
Anyway, Suri defeats Shuri in a tremendous match. I think have they only had 2 this year, or have they done 3? I think it's only 2. But they've both been great, and this one just as good. If Suri is in a match, watch it, because she's been stellar this year.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so she's the 5th IWGP Women's Champion now. I think she's the 5th one. It was Mercedes, Shuri, Mayu,
Julia,
and Suri. Yeah, so 5th one. And I'm very, very interested to see her in the 5-star.
So how many we have for the strong?
The what?
The strong.
Strong. Oh, who cares? Fuck that belt. Yeah, her in the 5-star would be interesting just because it gives her some fresh matchups. Mm-hmm. I'd be interested to see how she gets booked in a tournament style like that. But speaking of Shuri, she has announced that she is taking a break from Stardom. According to Scott Edwards of Wrestle Purists, Stardom has confirmed that Shuri will be taking a leave from the company to heal, improve, and study abroad, but will return to the company and chase after the IWGP
What's her name?
Championship. Shuri.
No, you said she's studying abroad. What's her name?
Boy.
How the hell did we make a year?
Yeah, I do wonder if that means Shuri's going to take some dates over in the U.S.
I'd take a date.
That'd be it.
With her.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Mm-hmm. But I don't want her to go to AEW.
Nah, really. I'm getting tired of that.
I don't want her to get that bug.
Do we talk about this? Mayu potentially.
Don't leave me on the cliff. What happened?
Because she was tweeting the other day about like, oh, I booked on this date and didn't say what date, and they're having the casino battle royale that day.
Oh, so you're thinking it's one of the mystery entrance?
I can't imagine.
And she was just on Ring of Honor TV.
Oh yeah, true.
But I mean, all of that was before she made the jump, isn't it?
I don't think so. It wasn't too long ago.
I can't imagine. Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to look at the dates on that. I'd be curious because I can't imagine them working with Mary Gold too.
What you call it was on ROH, and that's not too long ago. I forget her name. She was in the Ambi Tower thing too. God damn it!
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
She came and did some work for New Texas Pro.
Yeah. I mean, I know TJPW is going to be there that weekend.
Oh yeah.
So if you saw a
I'm sorry. I think I misspoke.
Maki Ito or what?
Was I talking about Miyu Yamashita? Is that what I meant?
No, you said Mayu.
Oh, my bad. I meant Miyu.
Yeah, no, Miyu makes sense.
Yeah. Whoa, hold on, wait a minute. So is this a Shuri thing?
Yes, I pulled a B-Rob.
God. I was like, I didn't hear anything about Mayu, but
I meant Miyu.
This is goddamn Pokemon to me. Yeah, there's all these different variants.
Good.
Mewtwo,
Christ.
Mew1.
Well, we only made it a year.
Yeah, what? This is our last show.
There's so many. What? I was like, I can't keep up with all the names. Pokemon is bad now? What the fuck?
Anyway, TJPW will be in the area for All In weekend. Yeah, I think Miyu and Maki would make a lot of sense to be in there for that battle royal. I think that's almost a lock. But I would love. I mean, if she's healthy, I wouldn't mind seeing Shuri in it. That'd be interesting. But I would like to see her just do some of the indie stuff. Just do some reps like with DPW and things like that.
Bit.
Other news we have, Pro Wrestling Noah, the GHC Heavyweight Championship will be defended when Ozawa takes on Kino at Noah's 25th anniversary Memorial Voyage event.
So
which will be Ozawa's 7th.
Oh yeah, you answered my question. I just had to read the note a little more. Like during this whole of title defenses, I know they do a lot of these multi-man matches and other things like that or whatever. Is he still undefeated?
I don't know.
I don't think he's been pinned. Mm-hmm. I'd have to look to make sure.
I like him a lot. I mean, I have limited view. I have limited viewing of him, but I just like everything that he does. Really.
Yeah, he's just a troll and he's a dick, but he's very good. I've liked him a lot. I think he's been.
I think they took a swing on him too. It's just like,
yeah,
I would have never expected
they ran with him.
Yeah. Like they took a chance and they just like fuck it all in, especially when you paired them with Almost.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it turns out Almost was the turning point.
Yeah. Wait a minute. He looks good next to that guy. Let's just see what we got here.
Yeah, no, I've been a big fan of Ozawa since he won the belt. I think it's been huge for Noah to actually push one of their young guys.
Especially when he made a fool of Kiyomiya.
Well, yeah, because you ruined Kiyomiya. I mean,
he was already ruined. What do you mean he ruined him?
Well, I mean, Muda ruined him first, then Okada finished the job.
Yeah, you just kicked a little dirt on him when he was down.
I don't know if we talked about this on the last show, that Fujita revealed that him and Go were supposed to do that stare down spot in front of a crowd.
I don't think we
did. I mention that? Okay, sorry, let's go off topic because I was talking about Kiyomiya and how they fucked him up, and I'm thinking about, wow, it was so cool when Go Shiozaki got his run. Mm-hmm. And thinking about B-Rob, have you watched that match yet?
Which one?
The Go Shiozaki Kazuki Fujita match.
No.
We got to watch that at some point.
I will.
Because they stare at each other for a half hour.
I think I see clips of that.
Understand he's not joking about half hour.
And that was supposed to be, I wish, can you imagine doing that in front of a crowd and like the reaction just building up?
Oh, it'd be like 80s All Japan.
I know, but that'd be so fucking sick in a modern day.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd be very curious to see it.
Plus, we have devices to fill our time with while we're waiting for them to stare at each other.
Fujita drinks hand sanitizer during that match.
Oh, no. Did he get it from Yano?
No, he just takes the bottle, swigs it, and spits it at Go's face.
Why would he do that? He probably didn't think that was sanitizer.
No, he knew.
He knew?
This is the start of COVID. What else would it be?
Okay.
Yeah. I think it's going to be another good title defense. I don't see Kino winning.
Uh-huh.
But I also don't know who.
Yeah, who's on the horizon to beat that guy? Because, like,
I mean, theoretically, it seems like they might be trying to build Kiyomiya back up.
I don't like that.
And if you could figure out a way to make people give a shit about him, I'm not against it. If you could redeem Kiyomiya, but I don't know if you can. I just don't know.
Ninja Mac,
Tavion Heights.
Yeah.
Or I've got an idea. What about the next guy we're going to talk about?
Tell me more.
Because Daisuke Sekimoto has announced that he's leaving Big Japan Pro Wrestling. And he is becoming a freelancer.
Right after he just almost died.
Yeah.
He's like, I got to get out of this place.
Like, I have to go make some money while
I have to go work NXT.
That wouldn't shock me.
Okay, so for those who don't remember, when NXT Japan almost happened, WWE was looking to buy. Who are they trying? Were they buying All Japan, or who are they trying to buy?
I think that would be the move, really, if they're going to buy a company.
I remember they were trying to buy All Japan, and then I remember it was going to be Daisuke, Uncle June, and Hachiman as like the three heads of the NXT Japan, and then it all fell through. But honestly,
it all failed.
I wouldn't be shocked if the invite was still open for Daisuke to come over and do a match or two, or even like still be the spearhead for NXT Japan.
Like here as we sit in 2025, do you think that would be a good move by TKO to acquire All Japan?
I guess it'd be in the same vein as like, was it a good idea to buy AAA? It's like
I think it did in a way because like it. I think a lot of the luchadors was tied to that, like legally and everything, and it kind of absolved of all that.
Are we going to put Chad Gable in a samurai outfit or a ninja suit?
Imagine that was his thing. Now, whoever they're about to buy, they just put him in a gimmick. That's
do it.
Oh, and then he gets hurt, and Ludwig Kaiser has to do. You see that fuck shit?
Oh no!
Oh my god!
Let the guy grab. Let's not do that.
Fuck Triple H.
Anyway, I mean, do we think we see Sekimoto? Here's the thing. There's rumor that ELP is hurt and might have to miss the G1.
There's no way Sekimoto works in G1.
I wouldn't think so, but man, wouldn't that be interesting?
It'd be cool.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Sekimoto's like, I feel like he's at that age where I don't think his body could take working at G1.
I was about to say.
Well, I mean, look at
he's 44.
Yeah, well, look at goddamn Tanahashi.
Well, Tanahashi's forcing himself to do that. Sakamoto has a choice.
Yeah. Yeah.
But vanity versus sanity, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing him make an appearance for Noah, be a Ozawa challenger just for the hell of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Tell me about this Aaron Wolf guy.
The Olympic gold medalist judoka Aaron Wolf has signed with New Japan Pro Wrestling.
See, initially he was going to sign with BJW, and then they went and crucified Daisuke Sekimoto in front of him, and he said, "No, thank you."
Oh, okay.
That is
okay.
It's a great reference.
I like it. What they call that when you stab the little dagger in your stomach? Harikari, that one. That was a deep
Harakiri?
Yeah.
Harikari was the guy who used to commentate Cubs games.
Even deeper cut. You hit spinal column with that one.
Oh.
All right.
That one got me.
Kaz, compose yourself and get through this.
Harry Carey reference. I used to be able to do a Harry Carey impression. I haven't done it in years, and I'm not going to try it now.
We're talking about New Japan. No, I'm not even going to try it.
Have you heard? No, I can't do it. I lost it. Anyway, yeah, Aaron Wolf.
You mean doing this a year? You really lost it.
Jesus. He won the gold at the 2020 Olympics for Japan in judo and has become somewhat of a national celebrity in Japan in the process. And he's been circling professional wrestling since then and is now joining the New Japan Dojo and will make his professional debut January 4th, 2026 at Wrestle Kingdom 20.
So when did this kind of start circling the news cycle and everything?
I mean,
I feel like it's just been talks. Yeah, it's been like a Gable thing.
I mean, like in recent time.
Oh, I mean, just recently,
like a couple weeks, right? So whenever this first popped up, this was the catalyst for me to ask Eric to be on the show.
Interesting,
because he referenced this and he was knowledgeable about the guy himself and everything. And I was like, Eric liked weird shit, so I was like, hey, come do this show.
Find out Eric is a big judo fan. Yeah,
I'm serious. He likes a snooker, the pool game. Hey, come on. I wouldn't call you that. I wouldn't do that to my son. Come on.
Thank you, Dad.
All right. Yeah, but anyway, interesting. Get him in there with Bolton Oleg. See what happens.
Right.
Will this do better than Gable Steveson?
Yes.
It can't be worse.
I think two
it
times
can.
over.
I guess yes. It could. Yes, but hopefully it's not.
Nah, I don't think so.
Okay, so from the spectrum of Gable Steveson to Kurt Angle, where do we think this guy ends up?
I think your high end Chad Gable, low end Jake Hagar.
I don't hate that. I mean, apparently, because this is something that I had never heard of the dude. But apparently he is very popular in Japan. Like it's a big deal, apparently.
Yes.
So I'm curious how much they push him.
Well, when he retires Tanahashi at the Dome, we'll really see. No, I'm kidding.
Apparently they've said that that's not the match. That Tanahashi said, yeah, that's not going to be the
of course
that doesn't work for him, brother.
We should also acknowledge that he apparently called Okada to make his final decision.
Mm-hmm.
So Okada not trying to recruit for his current home company.
Well, he doesn't want anybody else taking his spot.
Yeah.
I'm curious. I did go and look a little bit at some of his Olympic footage. He's an impressive looking dude.
Mm-hmm. He's a big boy.
He's got a cool name. It's like the guy from Virtua Fighter.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know Virtua Fighter.
Okay.
I got nothing for you.
So for the first time in forever, Wrestle Kingdom, it'll be live on television?
Yes. Yeah. That Wrestle Kingdom is going to be live on TV.
I know who his opponent should be.
Oh, no.
So you remember Gable Stevenson's first opponent?
I do
Cameron
not.
Grimes.
No. We could have...
Carl Fredericks.
No.
I don't know.
We could have Aaron Wolf versus Kaz's favorite, the Lone Wolf, Bishop
Dyer.
Dyer.
Yes.
Bishop Dyer.
What happened to the new MLW
Which,
tag champs?
honestly, those two should tour Japan as a team.
I don't hate
The Dire
it.
Wolf and the Air Wolf.
No, just Dijak and
Airwolf, isn't that Dante
Oh,
Martin?
yeah, that's the other guy. No.
Airwolf is a TV show from the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
And the Darewolf was Justin Gabriel.
Yes.
Yes.
This is
Is he still wrestling?
Remember when
somewhere.
didn't he like lose a limb or something from skydiving?
What? I haven't heard
Hold
this.
on, let me look this
Like a
up.
finger or a toe? I know, like he
all
got
right,
like
that's nothing substantial. I feel they 3D print those now.
Do they?
Yes.
I don't know. I don't fill out 3D printing.
it's like Happy Gilmore. He's got like the fake wooden hand.
Yeah, it's all in the hips.
Yeah, we saw that alligator just died, huh?
Yeah.
Now
Happy
he's up
Gilmore,
there with
yeah.
Chubbs and Abe Lincoln.
Yeah. Turns out that footage is
They
real.
had a photo shoot with the alligator at a Fanatics Fest.
Of course they did.
It's fucking.
But yeah. People are saying Wrestle Kingdom 20 will be live on TV Asahi. It'll be for the first time in 22 years.
Oh my god!
That the January 4th event has aired on live national television.
I think that's what they're doing a second night bullshit again.
I don't believe so. I think we're done with 2 nights.
I'm surprised it isn't like a Tanahashi celebration night.
I mean, they still could. That wouldn't surprise me. But yeah, it's the first time since 2004. And the Wrestling World event was the January 4th show, which was headlined by Shinsuke Nakamura and Yoshihiro Takayama.
Lloyd suffered through 2 base jumping accidents, the latest which occurred in the summer of 2017 and resulted in Lloyd losing part of a finger, which was later reattached.
Cool.
Huh.
So he lost it and found it. He went to the lost and found.
So he got all of it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Look at that.
Yeah, why not?
He did it.
That's a good one. But yeah, so this is
Finally a happy ending with someone with a plane on this podcast.
No, base jumping.
Is that on a plane? Did you jump on a
No,
plane?
you jump off a cliff.
Like your Mount Everest people.
Yeah.
or that dude that jumped out of the tower.
See, I knew. Okay.
Hold on.
Wait. Hear me out. Year 2
This is
resolution.
bullshit.
No 9/11 jokes. Can we do this?
I can do it, but first I want to address the fact that when you two do it, it's funny. When I do it, I just get
yes, because we're funny. Anyways,
but yeah, just to wrap this up, it is neat that they're putting it on live TV for the first time.
All right. So with that,
2 decades.
With that being said, being that this is Wrestle Kingdom 20 is a nice round number. It's a good anniversary point. It's going to be on television, so it's going to hit a wider range of audience in that country, and it'll hit us over here too. Do you think they do something, memorable for the 20th anniversary?
live sex celebration.
Oh, come on now.
Yes.
Now, speaking in that vein or whatever, I mean, they are in a partnership with AEW, and that person is on the roster, so. You may not be too far off.
Cope in the dome.
Cope in the dome.
Zach versus Cope.
I will shoot you.
The propensity for violence.
I will put you in the cut the Hajime.
But yeah, you got to think they're going to pull. You would hope that they would pull off something big for this.
This is when Nakamura returns.
Paul White.
Here's the thing. What is this Paul White thing? Why is this happening?
The Paulden lovers?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand what
Shout out to
here.
the Paulden lovers. That's been my favorite trend on Twitter lately.
Yeah, big shout outs to that.
But why is it happening? I don't understand
I
why
don't
it's
care
happening.
why it's happening.
It's beautiful.
Yes. Anyway, what you were saying?
Yeah. I mean, here's if I had my way, I think it's the place where you crown the next guy.
Yoda Suji.
As many eyes. Yeah, honestly, it probably should be. Like, I think it's the.
I hear Carl Fredericks is
place
available, so.
Let's just.
Okay. Hear me out.
Ideas.
Carl Fredericks, but that means you get to sign Dakota Kai.
Oh, it's a double-edged sword there.
We get Dakota Kai at All Shark Grand Kingdom.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll take that. I'll take that deal because you just said to sign him. You didn't say he had to do anything significant. So yeah, I'm down.
Oh no, he's
nope, too late. You can't take it back. Nope. Oh, House of Torture.
I mean, that's probably where he'd end up. Yeah.
He'll be wearing brightly colored glasses with Sonata. That's what I want. If he has to come back, I want Carl Fredericks and Sonata tag team. Give it to me.
No, he's teaming with Evil. What are you talking about?
No. All right, trios then. There you go.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah, put the Never Six-Man titles on him. Who cares?
Who are the current six-man champions? Anyway. I couldn't even tell you.
Oh, Christ.
House of Torture.
How do you know that?
Is it? I mean, because it has to be, because everybody is in House of Torture.
Yeah, for real.
I mean, I think, is it Sho, Narita, and Yujiro?
That sounds right.
Oh, man,
I'm looking it up now.
But yeah, I think if you've got as many eyes as you're probably going to get on you, crowning the guy who's the next guy just makes a lot of sense to me. But like I said, I am scared that they think the next guy Shota and we run that back with Zack and Shota. And I just don't think that's a good idea. I think Suji's the guy. I think he has to be. I think he's shown more than any of the others.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be mad at that.
They don't even.
Do we have an answer for?
They don't even care about their Wikipedia page. Where this is hot garbage. Where is this? It doesn't. Oh, all right. Here we are. It's collapsed for some reason.
This is how we're ending the show. In fact, I got it right here.
Yes.
Never Six-Man champions.
Yujiro,
Narita, Sho, and Yushiro. I nailed it. I am sad that I know that. Anyway, I think that's all for this week. For B-Rob, for Will, and for Paul and Eric, who joined us earlier, I'm Kaz, and thank you for listening. We'll see you next time.
And if it's your anniversary, happy anniversary. Fuck you, Andrew Cuomo.
You've been listening to a Fatal 4 podcast. Subscribe today wherever you get your podcasts, and visit fatal4pod.com for more episodes, merchandise, and info on the Patreon.